Yeah, look, putting chips in whilst he's ahead, folding once behind, that's a surefire strategy to do well in no-limit hold'em tournaments. Well done for finding the fold. It does maybe want to play, you know, devil's advocate a bit. Had the queen run out not come off, would Rocco have got the bluff through, which I suspect he would have been following through on with that combo.
All 5.4 into 5.1?
Whether it would have been all on request, I don't know. But if that sizing is getting the fold, who knows?
Onwards to the ace-3 offsuit of Martinsen. All of his chips pushed forward here, and Michele Tocci on the button. A couple of tens. Asking for the count. Tough to imagine a world in which he doesn't want to take a spin here against one of the few stacks that he has covered. If not the only.
Yeah. It is the only, and well, this much on the line. Pocket tens, you're never thrilled, but have to take the spot. 45,000 euro ladder between 8th and 7th.
So the jam over the top, just to ensure a little privacy. And we will take our first spin of this FT.
Yeah, Martinsen knew coming into this that he was going to be spinning the wheel very early on. Ace in the cutoff for 10 bigs. I'm honestly not sure. This feels a bit loose for my liking with ICM with the ace-3. Could be being a bit results oriented here in the booth.
King 6 board. The ace-3 begins to flicker. Might it be lights out? 2 to come. Queen rendering no assistance.
Well, it does give 2 additional rounds. Would be the dirty way to do it.
Counterfeiting queen on the end or the ace. All that will salvage Martinsen's hopes, and instead a 10 on the end will leave Tocci with a full house and leave Adam Martinsen eliminated in 8th place. 148,000 euros going his way. A nice pay jump of 45,000 secured by the field. And just like that, we're down to 7.
You know, it's funny because we kind of sensed it here in the booth that it was coming, right? We even mentioned that it felt like that pressure cooker had been left on overnight. Someone's about to flick the light switch on. It just exploded.
And that explosion was one that left Mike Rocco second in chips behind Michele Tocci. That hand really was something else. I'm still stunned at, in particular, Niels Poodle's muck of the aces on the flop. As Klesi's ace-10 suited.
Oh, here we go.
10-10 for Volkov, and he doesn't need much time to make his decisions.
I think this is go time. Button v big blind. for 15 bigs.
You know, the thing about it is Volkov has been very quiet out there, Henry, and you wonder if that silence is just being completely card dead or just avoiding temptation and then waiting for a real bazooka before ripping it in there. And it isn't going to matter because Volkov has been called by Klezis. And this is a delightful spot for the Ukrainian to find himself in.
Yeah, on the flip side, the demise of Klezis, who honestly, through no fault of his own, finds himself 5 cards away from being down to 11 bigs unless he can convert here.
Ace-free environment is the type that Volkov needs to see here. Can we keep the aces away from this board? Oh no! The answer, in very filthy fashion, delivered in the form of the ace of spades here. And that will let the wind completely out of Volkov's sails. On his feet. One outer. Unavailable. Ouch.
What is it about aces on the turn in huge pots here at Kings this series? That's a name we're going to remember for quite some time. Ruslan Volkov in 7th has increased morale as he's currently tied 2nd. Tucci came in 7th in chips, now chip leader. Been slapped by the deck quite a bit. Poodle with one of the greatest folds we've seen at WSOPE Europe main event final table, correctly folding aces. Oh no. Oh no.
Ace.
6-handed.
Ace king under the gun for the German. Takes us upstairs at the 200-400 level. The minimum, 800. And now, will Klezis seek added altitude with hooks? The answer is no, as he plays it as a flat. And Henry, is this more so the function of the ICM at hand and an aversion toward playing inflated pots, big pay jumps, 1.5 up top, little stack of Psy lurking?
Yeah, I think given the presence of 2 shorter stacks, Klez is kind of setting the trap for a squeeze, but also a bit of pot control.
And both players will be engaged by the King-Queen-9 board. Poodle outflopping the jacks, however, Klezis does have a gutter. Note the texture. Drawing a check from Poodle, who maybe anticipates that with some good frequency this board smashes the flat calling range. Given that he opened from under the gun, the check back from Klezis, and now the 10 dropped right in his lap as he takes the lead.
Roller coaster of a hand. The fact that this is just a single raised pot. What could have been for the German. Had Klez's 3-bet, got it in for 30.
Spadeless kit in both seats, though. So we see it played as another street of checks. Inconsequential river.
Where's the rest of the pot, Harley?
Well, I think we're going to see some more tokens at long last being submitted by Klezis. $1.2 million of them, to be exact. On the third check, by the way, from Poodle, who really took a tidy line on this one, and I think very much predicated upon the idea that he knows how ICM aware Klezis is, knows that it's not lost on the Lithuanian, that he's flatting an under-the-gun opener. And so, cautious approach to such a board. But when we check 3 streets, we do also sit here and wonder whether or not this isn't an overambitious attempt to lay claim to the 3.8 out there by a hand that cannot beat Ace-King. But what sorts of hands would we be constructing that would be in that range? Apparently not enough of them.
He's getting pretty sick and tired of this. Like, really poker gods, you're going to just keep giving me these spots just to see how disciplined I can break. Some of the guys peckish, others wanting to just play on. Gotta respect it.
I mean, I think 20 minutes is a nice compromise. Get what you need to get done in that span of time.
Well, the break just around the corner. Are we going to be coming back with 6 players is the question. Ace-Jack for the Italian.
Yeah, could this be a late frame? Collision. That all depends on how Tochi elects to proceed with Ace-Jack. Under the gun Klezis is a credible spot from a competent pilot.
He's a 3-bet candidate. Doesn't play amazingly multi-way. But with ICM just wants the flat in position. Perhaps feels like it's too much of a hand to 3-bet fold. How do we like the 4s, Si? Multi-way, are we getting the right price to try and set mine? It's a natural 8, by the way. Just saying. He's a natural 8 team hot ambassador. Don't want to read into the superstitious side of things too much like Steve O'Dwyer would, but you can see where I'm coming from.
Well, the flat from Tochi has invited Sai to take a price and set mine here, should he so choose, but 850 when you've only got 10 million back. And 200 invested in the form of the small does represent a chunky quotient.
Yeah.
He will accept. However, Poodle laying it down. 3-way pot, 3.4 million in the middle. Shorter stacks of Sai and Klezis squaring off against Tochi, who's got himself the gut shot Broadway draw against a set of 10s.
Could be a spicy last hand or 2 for us, Ali. Tochi with that ace of diamonds. Nut shot to Broadway.
If it was the jack of diamonds alongside, then certainly ghost chilies. But as it stands for the time being, on the milder side. Tolerable amounts of capsicum.
Yeah, it's like
Okay, against the small C bet. 1/3 pot in position. Not closing the action though, does perhaps cause some doubts. Tochi would be incineration of 1.1 if he came along with the call and Sai reopen the action. Not going to happen here though.
Yep. Flat and an exit. Leave us heads up with another 2.2 into the middle. Jack of diamonds. Nut flush draw for Tochi. Where are we going to go here?
$5.6 out there. 7.2 back.
Set of tens deeply vulnerable upon the arrival of the Jack of diamonds, by the way, Henry. Do we look to deny equity, or do we kind of play this across two streets?
Lack of a diamond in hand. Expect to see him continue here. I don't think... I mean, maybe with ICM, the play is just all in. I don't know. Don't think Tochi can ever have ace-king here. Can certainly have hands like 10-9 suited, ace-10 of diamonds, king-9 of diamonds. I'm honestly not sure. Looks like he's going for 3. Setting up a very natural river SPR.
Boy, this is not for the faint of heart, by the way, because we do leave ourselves very open to a flat and then something gnarly on the end. The 8-9 king ace diamond variety.
This is just the nut low turn card for a set of tens. But we still need to withdraw some value from hands like king, queen, queen, jack, jack 10. Some viewers in the chat are scared for him. One card to come.
Oh yeah. What's Tochi got on his mind? He's not trying to get heroic with a jack and an ace of diamonds here and now, is he?
Well, the good news is he's never dead. When he does
What
jam,
was that?
he's never dead, and he can just push Klezis around, holding a very key card, of course, blocking the nut flush.
So the full 7.2 does find its way into the middle, but from Tochi, you can see Klezis uncomfortable, but really, this is a spot we must take. Even against the flush, we're not drawing dead. I don't imagine he thinks jacks or queens are part of the equation. Ace-king doesn't have us cooked. We would have heard from it pre. Whatever it is, we're doing all right, aren't we?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd like to use the word must, because we can be up against flushes. We don't want to get it in with 10 outs once. If we fold, we have 13 bigs, but I do agree there are not many hands, but there are some that we're ahead of, like Queen Jack. He's made the call.
That he has, and he will be thrilled to not be beaten here, but obviously concerned with 20 million in the middle.
What an insane spot.
To see the ace of diamonds, the card that threatens. Any king, and any diamond but the 10. Those the cards that would spell disaster for the Lithuanian. His camp, looking on eagerly. Can the set hold against the Italian, or will he begin to break away from the pack?
The dream can be over, yeah? For one river.
Massive moments. And 10's full on the river. Crucial end of frame double for Kasparas Klezis. Henry, who has been so incredibly patient, has observed others, enjoying good fortune all around him, and finally his turn has come, hauling in a 20 million chip pot and leaving the Italian in third.
6, Randy. Eventually, something's gotta give. It will. Look at this, 23 million. Just a few medium pots. No showdowns. Clawing his way up. This is a pretty good hand. 2 aces for Rocco.
Is this the #1 hand in poker?
I've heard about that. It's the sort of hand that Johnny Chan will get against Randy Lou's kings.
Sort of hands that wants to trap on the button.
Wow, he does just limp it in. Very trappy, with Poodle having the sort of hand that, the sort of stack size that.
Man, Poodle might even take this spot with ace-5. One of the better offsuit aces that can kind of just attack willingly.
They say, Randy, first one's a trap.
Oh, there we go, Rocco with the perfect trap.
Walks straight into it, and by it, I mean #1. The worst hand he could see, of course. Full side, not surprising.
Finally. I got it. Finally.
Up against it in the biggest way imaginable. $255, Randy, the current payout. Everyone else at this table hoping the aces hold for the big pay jump. 341k is what 5th and up will be guaranteed.
Very likely as we see this flop.
Well, the deuce was not the worst card to see. 6 and 9. Do you mean there's a fair amount of the deck will give him outs on the turn here, Randy?
Yeah, look at one of them.
Poodle. Not much can be done. It's down to just 6 million in chips. Face that limp. The deuce will seal his fate. We wave goodbye to the German.
GG, man. He took his shot.
I love these kind of things. These main events,
Yeah.
Randy. You spend so long at the table. You really do build up a rapport with other players, and you see how much it means and the respect. Obviously, they're all saying good game, unlucky, but inside they're jumping up and down with excitement. But it's nice they take the moment to congratulate a competitor. They know where he's been through, what he's been through, the emotions they're all feeling at this stage.
When
you can feel it, right? Like it's just painful to get so close but not get to hold the golden hardware to get lucky next time and make a deep run. And now we've got aces for Ting Sai.
What a time to cut back into the action, Randy. Oh, and a snap jam from Rocco.
Oh no.
Who just got aces against an ace-X. Now the very next hand, he runs into the boots himself. Randy, the chat gonna go wild. Ting Sai with a chance to double up in the biggest pot we've seen so far. 30 of the 82 million chips in play are in this pot. This is monstrous for this tournament. Again, how much better do you want it?
Oh my god, what a misstep from Rocco.
It was a snap maneuver, Randy. He wasted no time in the 4-bet.
I'm not going to win this one. It's okay.
Already preparing for the future, Randy.
Talking to Blom. Here we go. Can he find anything?
King A8. So watching the TV rather than the board. They both read the same though, Randy. They read good news. Rocco in need of a complete miracle here. Right. When you're the one all in, Randy, you're still always sweating it, no matter how faint it is. The 3 will, of course, secure that double up.
Ting Sai, man.
A smattering of applause in the room, Randy, but I feel like YouTube chat's about to take off.
The chat is exploding. 30 million in chips. The Taiwan YouTube superstar. He's back.
Oh yeah.
To the top.
Where he started the day as your chip leader.
My gut said go all in.
He might get his gut checked, Randy.
Oh yeah, I might need a little checkup there. Look, he thought that's Sai was going to make some moves at some frequency and he was going to take it down. Sometimes you're wrong. Part of the game.
So swinging. Yeah. I love how he called.
You're right.
Sometimes the cards just tell the story themselves.
It's true.
Action on Sai.
He's had 3 easy folds since the big pot. Give a chance for the heart rate to drop back down to base.
He's still feeling it. Bauer with the 7-5 off. He's out.
Oh, touchy.
Interesting.
Can he find a trap, Randy? We know Rocco must be ready to blast off.
And Rocco is on the shorter stack, and he's trying to trap his man, isn't he?
Oh,
Rocco's got a hand that might just say all of it.
he does!
Gotta
And a
snap him off. Jeez, Rocco could be out if he cannot get there.
Wow, what an incredible turnaround. He just knocked out Nils Poodle. This orbit became the chip leader. Now he's at risk. 30% of the time, he is out in 5th, Randy.
Thank you, bro.
Rocco can't believe it.
Both
Knows he
times.
needs to get lucky.
It's so bad. Both times you jam and you get snapped. It's a horrible feeling.
Yeah, he knew immediately. Jumped out his seat. Hands in the air. Waiting that flop.
Yeah.
Can he find the ace? Three, 7. A couple more outs, Randy.
Does pick up that 7.
Tochi sweating. He, of course, will get back to the 20 million he had. If he can fade one more card.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
The Jack in Rocco is out. James.
That's incredible. We saw a minute ago him get it in with aces against Nils Poodle, become the chip leader within an orbit. That's how quickly it can go, Randy. Courtesy of just how protracted this battle was, 6-handed. You did that quick, Randy.
I calculated ahead of time.
Okay.
The truth. Feel free to check it if you want.
Oh no.
Trust me. Pocket force. Maybe you just hit the muck. You know, you got a 6 million chip stack out there. You know, if you raise, chip leader's going to mess with you. I like this play.
Yeah. What's the best case here is basically you raise and everyone folds. Don't change
And
your
you're
equity much.
hoping for that. You're
Yeah.
hoping the big blind never defends.
One of these two jam on you, you're in a tough spot. Big blind defends, you're in a tough spot. I like it.
Taking a chance.
Oh.
King Jack. Gotta be a call.
Snap. Cool. Randy. Klezzy's jamming the Queen 8 off from the small for those 10 blinds. Max Neubauer has his man in bad shape. Though. 2 live cards. Always a spot you're happy to be in if you jam a hand like this.
2-1 favorite for Neugebauer. Been running hot. Klez has been patient. Try to take a shot with this one. 2 live cards. Much on the line. Here we go. 2 flop, James. See ya, Jack.
Jack 8-5. A terrible window card, but hope springs behind it. Pulled the curtain back and saw an 8. They sweat together. A king. Great card. Reduces Klez's. It's just the 2 8s.
Looking grim.
The only way he'll continue here. Neubauer just enjoying every moment of this, as he should. Ace of spades on the end. It's safety for Neubauer. It's a ladder up for 3 of them. But it is the end of Klez's out in 4th. He will receive 464,000 euros for his efforts.
What a performance by Klezis. You gotta applaud him. Came out his way to Europe to play this shot in this 10K event. Record breaking.
Just asking if you take the cash from here. Well,
No.
Let's hear what he's got to say for himself, Randy's. Closes, makes way, leaving us just 3.
GG, my man.
Interviews.
Okay.
Check TV wants you, and you know.
Those blinds as an ante. Posted one as a big blind, just has about 2 blinds behind. Hard to imagine 2 cards he can fold. Ting Sai happy to see Queen 4 off, I'd imagine. No decision.
Any king is good for Neugebauer. In the small, it's a chip leader.
Yeah, just ripping. Hope you somehow
Jacks!
get
He's back.
Here we
Tochi,
go. That's cruel.
you get him. He deserves it.
And Neugebauer doesn't even mind so much, I guess, if Tochi wins this, because he gets to further leverage his position.
It's a win-win situation for Neugebauer.
Yeah, winning, of course, the preference.
I'll tell you, the preference of Tochi, also winning and holding with these 2 jacks.
Dramatic turnaround here in a final table that had been moving at somewhat of a glacial pace.
To the rail.
All of a sudden, we have another all in. 10, 3, 5. Some backdoors, Randy.
Mainly looking for the king. Not quite.
Paint, but the wrong variety. Tochi looking good. 3 outs to fade. No! Randy.
The end of Tochi.
Michel Tochi, 2 outed on the turn, 3 outed on the river. Back-to-back pots to knock him out in 3rd for 639,000 euros. That is sick. That's one of the worst back-to-back hand situations I've seen in a while, given the stakes on line. Brutal run for the man.
Oh, you gotta feel for him.
Well, well, well.
Brutal.
Me again. I know. Also, let's go to the bathroom.
Yeah, the players are going to take a short break, of course, whilst we set things up for heads up.
Take a 5-minute break for.
Max Neugebauer, Sing Sai.
Oh, you gotta reset. Okay.